Jesus has never spoke.
I didn't say anything.
No, Jesus has never spoke to Christian. So when you say that Christian, he has never say word Christian. He doesn't even know the Christian it is. Say his followers. Say his followers. That's fine.
Right.
Because Christian doesn't say that. Yes.
Okay. So did any of the followers take captive women?
Where?
Jesus is following.
But he said that he come to fulfill the law. If the law exists and something happened,
any of them say female captive?
why are you going to do that to take female captive? But it's already there in your book.
But the same law of
The
Jesus,
same law is there.
the same law of Moses is the same law of Jesus, right?
It's the same thing.
He said
Right.
he come to fulfill. Yeah.
Okay.
come to fulfill, it doesn't come-
So when they took those captives,
Yes.
it was to do. They were to be able to take captives from all the nations.
Anywhere they go to war, they just keep captive. Everywhere, anywhere.
Show me.
Everywhere.
No, you don't understand what you're
Okay,
reading.
okay. My brother, listen here. Deuteronomy. Let us go back to Deuteronomy.
But Deuteronomy is gonna be there.
Listen, let me show you. Let me show you something.
Yeah, but
Let me show you something, my brother.
because you're ignoring the context.
No. You see now, if it's you have context. So Deuteronomy, let's go back to Deuteronomy 22.
But even though if you keep the captives, it's you have to keep the young babies, young daughters.
What?
You have to keep them. You know keep the little children.
That's just Muslim.
The virgin one. No, it's not in the Bible. So
That's
your
in the
book.
Bible.
In the Bible.
It's in the Bible. He said, kill the male, and then the small girls who's not been touched.
When you go to war, did they say any woman from another country? Say when you go to war, any country, anyone that you took captive. It doesn't matter whether they are Palestine or whatever. That's what I said.
Yeah.
This, look, 10. When you go to war against your enemy, and the Lord your God deliver them into your hand, and you take captives.
Yeah. How do you explain
If you
that?
notice a woman, if you notice among them, there's a very beautiful woman and attracted to you, take her home as your wife. That's what
Yeah.
the book said. They didn't say she's from Palestine or whatever. They say war, anywhere
As
you
the
go.
wife.
That's what it says. Deuteronomy 21, verse 10. What did they say? 21. Verse
His
10.
brother says something else.
No,
All right.
It's not the same.
So
What did they say?
no. So verse 10. Read it again.
When you go to war against your enemy, what did they say there? Read your version.
Right. Yeah. Same thing. When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies,
And then what happened? And then last step. And then enemy, and the Lord your God deliver them into your hands, and you take captives.
Right.
What
So-
they say there? What they say there? What they say there? What they say there?
yeah, take
Captive.
captive. So
So
now,
did they talk about the country or anything? Did they say this person, this part is not, this part?
Yeah.
They just say war, any war. That's what
no,
they
it
say.
says, it says enemies.
Yeah.
You just read it.
I got someone go to war with your friends. You only go to war with your enemies. Simple.
So-
Any country.
So how are Christians, according to Jesus, supposed to treat their enemies?
My brother, listen to what I'm telling
Answer
you.
the
What is
question.
he said what?
What did Jesus say?
He said what?
Should love their enemies.
But he said that anyone who doesn't believe me, bring them and kill them in front of me.
Yeah.
That's what Jesus says.
Yeah.
Unless you don't have it in your book. And he even said in
Slay them
Matthew,
in front of me.
Even Jesus said in Matthew 15, 3,
Yeah.
Matthew 15, he said what?
Yeah.
He said any child who doesn't respect his parents should be killed.
Yeah. He does
So
not pay
Jesus is
attention.
obeying the law of Moses.
Yeah.
So now
And
everything
Jesus
that
said,
Moses
I have
said,
not come to
you have to do that.
I have come to
So
turn
what's the
against man
punishment of
against
the enemy?
man.
Enemy do what?
And which covenant was that under?
Which covenant? Listen, my brother.
No, see,
Jesus said that he did not come, he didn't come to break the law, but to fulfill them.
Yeah.
yeah. Do you know
So
what?
Any law that
Jesus
Moses
is
brought,
following the Mosaic law,
Do you know what
any
covenant?
law, he will follow it.
but
Can
he's
you-
probably listening to Paul, innit? Paul is breaking the law.
Paul is a very useless man.
Yeah, he's a useless man.
They lie against Paul. Paul
Yeah.
didn't even say wrote anything.
Yeah.
They say he wrote it, but he's
But
not.
Paul, he
Tell
broke
me.
the law of Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus
what they
said
say?
come to fulfill.
Can you explain to me what covenant is?
Which covenant?
So then why are you bringing all this Bible stuff to me? You don't
I know,
understand
my
covenant.
brother, listen. Let me
Yeah,
tell you
but
something.
this is what the Bible's about. It's about covenants.
Which covenant? First and
if you
second
don't-
covenant. What's the first
if you
covenant? What's the first covenant? If you know. What's the first covenant? If you know.
With who?
With who? Talk about which? Talk about who?
So who was the first?
No, you talk about who here?
Yes, who was the first person God had a covenant with?
Abraham.
Okay.
Yes, it's Abraham.
And then
So
who was next?
No, listen.
Yeah.
I'm
Moses.
telling you here. Did Jesus say that he come to break the first covenant or second or third or whatever? He said he come to fulfill the law
Yeah.
of Moses.
And what,
That's
else,
what he said.
and what else is he bringing?
Anything like that's the reason why when they brought him, the woman claiming to be adulteress or whatever, he didn't stone her because they are lying against that woman. Because Moses said that any man and woman who made sex should be killed both. But they brought only woman. What about the man who makes sex with that woman? That's the reason why Jesus said anyone who didn't commit sin should cast off
first stone.
Why? Because before they brought her, they have already committed sin. Because both of them. Why they brought only woman? What about the man?
Yes.
It's a sin already.
All right, so let me read this for you. This is Matthew.
Which
20,
one? Which one?
Matthew 26 and 26.
About what? About this woman?
Well, I'm explaining to you about covenants.
Is that related to what he said?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I said covenants, didn't I?
So why the covenant?
You heard me when I said. So
why the
this is
covenant? Why
related
they
to-
say?
And as they were eating, Jesus took bread and blessed it and broke it and gave it to the disciples and said, "Take, eat. This is my body."
It's not his only
And
body.
he took the cup
It's
and gave
metaphor.
thanks and gave it to them, saying,
If everyone eats the body of
all of
Jesus,
it.
oh,
For this is
is
my
it very fat or how?
yeah, for this is my blood.
Where does he get it from?
Look at the blood.
Where does Jesus get the flesh?
What's the blood?
bread?
No, for this is my blood of the New Testament.
And that's not even Jesus
Yes.
speaking. That's
which is
probably
shed for
Paul.
many for the remission of sin.
Yeah.
So this New Testament he's talking about, what is it?
New Testament.
Yeah.
What's New Testament?
So you don't even know.
No. Listen, my brother.
This is why you don't
My
understand.
brother, let me tell you something.
But Jesus never said
claims-
that. That's something
Jesus
Paul
said-
saying
he
it.
said that.
Jesus
What you're
never said
claiming,
that. Yeah.
what you're
This is
claiming that.
Matthew. This is
No,
nothing,
Yeah.
this is nothing to do
Matthew
with
didn't
Paul.
wrote to Matthew.
Yeah.
Didn't wrote Matthew, my brother.
This is nothing to
I
do
can-
with
he
Paul.
didn't
Matthew
wrote
copy John.
Listen.
It's
Jesus,
nothing-
according to Jesus, according to Jesus, or according to, that's the reason why Jesus say in Matthew, the same Matthew, he say Matthew 7:21, he say in the day of judgment, it will chase you away. Why? Because you do what he didn't do. He didn't ask you to do that. Did Jesus ask you to believe in him as a God or son of God? No, he
Why
didn't.
do you dance all over the place? Let's stick to covenant.
You are the one who said that covenant.
Yeah, because you do.
What is the
It's
covenant?
because you don't understand it.
No, I understand
Why
it. What's the covenant? What's the
You
covenant?
don't get about the female
What's the
captives.
covenant? What's the covenant?
No, but this is why I'm explaining about the female captives.
But in your book,
So when-
is there or not?
So
Is
you're
in
saying
your
the
book or not?
female captive was covenant? Is that what you're saying to us?
Yeah, because they had an agreement that they were going to go into the land and they had to subjugate those nations. Now, when you're going into a land and subjugating to a nation,
Why do you want to
going to
subjugate
be captives, isn't it?
No, why? That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
So
so that's-
in that case,
Yes.
did Jesus come and say that
And that covenant is
it is
fulfilled.
finished, or I will abolish it?
Because we're not subjugating any nations, are we?
My brother.
Where are we going?
My brother,
with
listen.
trouble?
Listen. You look like you don't know your Bible properly.
You don't, obviously.
What I'm telling you is that
He only takes
according
verses.
to you-
He only takes some
according to
verses.
you, what you want to tell us about the new covenant? Tell us about the new covenant.
All right.
That you think that the new covenant is what? What is the new covenant about?
All right. So you want new covenant? Let me
Yeah.
just-
Tell me what it is.
It's nothing to do with the new covenant. It's something to
It
do
doesn't even know what he's saying.
with God's law and you
That's it.
breaking it, God commandment of God, and that's what the commandment of God Jesus come to fulfill.
All right.
So what's your friend say now?
All right. So let me read. This is Jeremiah
This man
31.
like a Muslim.
Yeah, he is.
He's a Muslim?
Of
Yeah,
course,
He's
I
Muslim,
don't
yeah.
hear nothing about, but God tell me everything about you, but for wisdom I can't say it.
What do it?
No,
God
they-
tell me everything about you from childhood right to
My
now.
what? My what?
From your childhood. I know everything about you.
Okay, tell me.
But I'm not going to do it.
What's a
Because you are
charity?
lying. If you know something, tell me. You are.
I told you before.
My brother, no, you have never met me.
You were in Christianity before, man.
My
Stick-
brother, I've never.
Stick to this one.
Two
Stick to this
more
one.
than 30 or how many 100 years. My big parents.
You're lying. You're lying.
You see,
You're
you
lying.
people are going
You
lying.
are from Ghana.
You,
Where you
see,
from?
now, I'm from Togo. My
Where's
brother.
Togo?
I'm from Togo.
Where's Togo? Africa.
You no, Zimbabwe. You don't even know what something. You just came and
Togo.
lying.
Togo.
You just came and lying. You guys are
Where's Togo?
It's French speakers. That's why I speak French. My brother,
man,
you
don't
just
speak-
came in
you
and
don't
lying.
speak, you don't speak, man. You speak African.
My brother, listen.
What is the first language?
You listen.
Let's
I've got my
stick to
own
the
language.
topic. Let's stick to the
I've got
topic.
my own language.
Didn't I meet you 2 weeks ago?
Listen,
Didn't I meet you 2
I've
weeks
never
ago?
meet you because I don't want
Take
to
off
meet,
your hat, mister.
I don't want to meet people like you because people are lying. I don't meet them.
It's not you. It's not you. It's not you.
No, because you come and lie, say that God tell you about my childhood. Look, I'm not in
No,
church.
it's not you. It's not you, man. It's not you.
Listen, go in church and lie that me, you cannot lie against me. You say that I'm from Ghana, I'm from Togo, French speaking country.
It's
You don't
not
even
you.
know.
It's not you. It's not you, man. It's not
No,
you.
because you lied. So in that the person that you know already,
Yeah,
you see now,
look like
he came, he knows someone already. He just come and tell
said it was
us
you.
prophecy. He said that, oh, God told me about your childhood.
Yeah.
God told me about your childhood.
Hold on, man.
You don't know my childhood, my brother. You don't even know me.
No, I'm recording.
No,
this guy,
record
man.
him. Record him. He's a liar. Record him.
No, I'm not recording you, man.
He looked like him, don't it?
Don't touch
Remember
me.
the time we went there? And
If God told you about me, you should be sure about me.
All right.
You are not sure about me. You missed that. God is a liar.
You want to put God to the test now?
Test me, yes. What do you want to tell me? You don't know nothing, my brother.
You want God insult you?
You are lying.
God not going to do it.
You are lying, my brother.
Turn off that. Turn
No,
off this.
no, no,
My
I'm
brother.
recording this guy.
God don't.
Listen,
Hello.
And if you lie in front of me, you will
God,
never see the face of God.
God
Turn off
has
that.
never.
I'm
God
not
don't
turning
talk
off. Why
about
should I turn off?
alcoholic like you, my brother.
No, but what you
God
say?
has never talked about people like you, drunkard as you. That people who are taking gays. You are taking how do you call it? God talk
All
to
right,
you.
let's
Don't talk to you, my brother.
let's
How can God talk to someone who's taking
let's concentrate.
alcohol
Let's
and all
concentrate on the
those
debate.
things, my brother? God cannot talk to you,
Alcohol.
brother.
let's concentrate.
What do you mean
I
by
said God will never
I
talk
don't
to
tell
you.